Hello, it's March 24th. One of James's video diary dump. It's an entry. I don't know what's happening. Place I'm living, I think is speaking to the other side, and they can do that. But if I told them everything I had where it's at, I wouldn't have it very long. I've been able to do this because I can't tell anybody anything, and I don't trust anyone. Every time I trust people, to a greater or lesser extent, they screw me. Oh, well, you should have listened to me. I did. You stumped me, Dennis. The idiot cunt couldn't fucking bond with me in a better way, so I had to turn you down. I didn't have a straw man to beat it, and I would have lost you the money. I didn't feel like losing you $10 million because I know what it takes. Half your money. Child support I don't need to have to do that to you, even if you're volunteering for it. And I learned how to sell and everything. Just people, oh my God, my butt hurt. My butt hurt. Trumps the rules, trumps the law, trumps common sense. My addiction is in control. I can't have that. I can't be in a position where I cannot exercise a measure of accountability on the others as they exercise that on me. I've been accountable for a lot of things. A lot of them ain't my fault. I'm not saying I don't make mistakes. I make lots of them. And I'm accountable for them. It's like when I was at Cena. I can't work over 15 minutes overtime. You can't work 15 minutes overtime. You shouldn't have a job. I worked fucking 6/12s this week. It's your turn. I'm not being a slave because you're a lazy piece of shit. Because you can't possibly know what your people are going to do. Because you haven't trained your people right. Or you haven't made a proper plan. Because you want to live above your means. Hey, that's not my fault. Nor my responsibility. At McDonald's, it's not my responsibility to do 3 men's work. Or to run. Or explain to managers their job. Both in Jack's and in Lee Van. Of Roscommon. Jack's of Roscommon. And Lee Van. Just like a Lear, you create an unsafe work environment for me, and then you say, oh, it won't never go that far. The fact that it went anywhere, that it even started. The fact that it even started shows that you're a liar. Now, Minnick, I'm sorry. I really am sorry, Tim. I'd love to have stayed. But I can't be in a position where I can't be in a position where I'm afraid for my life, where I'm crying to be at work. I don't make that for anyone else. They threaten, oh, get you fired. Do what you gotta do. The minute you do, I'm gonna turn around on you. And I'm gonna start showing your failures. Because if you can't do the job, that creates a demonstrable risk to health and safety, Irene. You should have been terminated instead of demoted. Because there were 5 other guys that could take that job that were qualified fully and could do the job 100%. A lot of these things, you incentivize the wrong thing to happen and you cry about it. Donna, you have standards you can't and won't train to. You don't have somebody walk you through it. By the time you do, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you don't mean jack shit to me. Show me action. Move. The other guy. Oh, I don't give a fuck. He's only doing 70% of the job. No wonder you're losing people like a motherfucker. You simply cannot have no discipline and expect good results. You're Stalinizing it. And you can't figure out why you're losing your job or losing the contract. ABM. Todd, you're losing your contract because you're not working for the millage. Because you're putting the kids and child's safety at risk. Donna Andre and Todd, I forget his last name, of ABM. The customer's happy. Customer doesn't know jack shit. And you as a professional should have professional pride enough to walk through every school and say, hey, this ain't working. This guy's either going to get trained up or moved or fired. Fired's the last resort. Train's always the first resort. But if you can't change the mindset, move them. If that doesn't work, fire them. If they're destroying company equipment, Donna, you're going to have to fire them. If you don't have someone who can actually maintain the equipment, I did. I rebuilt the vacuum cleaner 6 times. And I built 7 other vacuum cleaners. On top of I did a pencil sharpener for a teacher. Yeah. So I know what I'm doing. I'm very good at it. But the minute I ask for something, you can assume that's what I want. If I ask for a person, show up. You want me to do something, you better put something pretty spectacular. What would happen if you were you? I could easily stepped into a leadership role. Why would I have stepped into a leadership role? Officer Hogan, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't have helped you more. But I need help. I'm just flat ass needed. I don't need lip. I don't need superfluous hyperbolic excuses. Just like now. I need a place to live to get away from the addiction. I need to get away from the people who are lying sack of shit motherfuckers. They lie. They can't control themselves, so they can't keep themselves in a good way. Then they continually cry about the consequences of it. Me, I'm trying to keep myself from murdering people. I'm trying to keep myself from being a very, very, very angry man all the time. I'm trying to keep myself out of slavery. I've taken several interviews where they're basically, we're going to donkey dick you. And you have no say. And you never know if you're coming in for a 2 or a 10. Look, man, if that's the way you're going to play it, no wonder you have a high turnover. Stanley Steamer, Corrigan moving, 2.5 men. And no wonder you don't have any scheduling. You have no skills and you have no sense of, hey, this guy's got to be able to eat, sleep. So we're going to work till 6 p.m. 6 p.m., wherever it is, we're going to button it up. Whatever it is at 5 p.m., we're going to button it up so you don't work past 7. So you never work more than a 12. Regardless of what the workload is. The workload will still be there tomorrow. Or they'll find someone else. If you can't do the job, then why be in business? You got to have a slave class, and a lot of people don't want to be slaves in this world, myself included. That's why I left Gaylord and Roy Moore. That's why I left the toolbox, everything behind. I forfeited it. Because 20 years of my life, it's like Irene, man, you could have. At the point where you're not going to be able to save the money. And I'm at the point where it's just at the end, man, I can't do this over and over and over and over and not have it hurt you. You can't be unaccountable for so long that murder is the right answer. You do. That's why I walked away. That's why I forfeited that. because I can't be continually provoked to be an angry man. I refuse. I'm homeless and broke. And I don't know who to trust, and I've made mistakes. I'd love to have the money to be square with the house again. Get myself in a position where I can live, where I'm not angry, where I'm not dealing with people who are incompetent. Oh, no. Look, man, if you're not going to do the job, that's fine. But if I've got to train you as a low man making less money than you do, making the same money you do, and I still have to train you, and you've got more seniority than I do, I didn't come in to babysit. I came in to do my job. My job does not include training my superiors. If it does, then I better be making more money to do so. I better be making an incentive. What's the incentive? Like Traverse City. Oh my God. You can't lead. You're losing millions of dollars, and I can't get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to take a piss and scream and have that be a motivating factor. That's a motivating factor to walk away, man. Being angry all the time, hey, look, I can't plan enough to be able to have a meal to make sure that I have enough food, let alone enough drink. Or stability is great. And Traverse City Pie Company there, for Sara Lee, you got to get some leadership in there. Otherwise, close the business today. You'll save yourself in the long run, because simply Traverse City cannot do it, because there's not enough leadership. There isn't enough skill and enough leadership to do the job. You're losing money like a motherfucker. You're losing like $4 million a week, maybe more, because the second shift supervisor, piss poor maintenance. There's no test. You just take somebody's word for it. People will tell you that just because they want the money. They don't have the skill. If you think I'm lying, look at the evidence. The evidence doesn't lie. It never does. It's like the girl at Save-A-Lot. I think she's cute, but really skinny. She's really young. She seemingly fought, and now she doesn't want it. Which is fine, I guess. I doubt I'm ever going to have happiness. I fought for it for years. And all I get is 9 forms of complaints. Or you have to do it my way. What does doing it your way do? Well, how much success do you get doing it your way? Do you have to call someone when you fuck up? Because if you have to call somebody because you make mistakes and they have to solve your problems for you, your way isn't great. My way was born of mistakes. My way was born of trusting people and watching them lie to me, them being held accountable for the resulting consequences. Sarah Amicala from Boise, I asked you to make a phone call, be my friend, because I wanted an escalation curve into this long-term ongoing sexual relationship. But you refused to do so. You said you would. You said for 2 or 3 years. But you never did. And I got convicted of stalking you because I was trying to keep that from being a quagmire. Guess what? I'm in a quagmire. You lied. Donna Birkin, you lied. You said I wouldn't be an option. You're right, I wasn't. But it wasn't the way you said it would be. You said that you'd choose me over him, over your son, because he was an adult. It was time for him to move on. When it came time for the rubber to meet the road, that turned out to be a lie. That's the lie that ended our relationship. That's the lie. That I would take a crackhead's word over yours today. I swear my hand to God. If I have to deal with my parents, it's going to be through a court's intercession. I won the lottery if I did it. If I won the lottery, I haven't done it yet. But should I win, it'd be court's intercession only, and I'd disown them. 100% disown them. I'd pay the tab here and be gone. I'd want to live somewhere else. I have friends elsewhere. I've been trying to get Rebecca Lakin-Segogo to be a brain so I can have a State of the Union. Because I find her to be intelligent and safe. If you have a question or comment, please put it in the comment section below. I'm sure we'll help you out. If we can't, we'll at least try to give you a solution. Maybe it's the one you see.